In the headlines, PDP wins 3 chairmanship seats. APC gets 2 from FCT Area Council's election results, INEC declares. Death toll from Lagos three-story building collapse rises to 4. Kano APC crisis takes new dimension. On the foreign scene, armed men kidnap 5 UN staff in southern Yemen. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I am Ayuba Ilia. Thank you for joining. The news in details now. Independent National Electoral Commission has declared the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, John Gabaya, as the chairman-elect of Buari Area Council in the Federal Capital Territory. According to the INEC returning officer, Amochi Madu, who announced the result on Sunday morning, Gabaya is re-elected for a second 2-year term after defeating his closest rival, Audi Shekwolo, of the ruling All Progressives Congress. Meanwhile, the candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress in Gwagwalada Area Council, Abubakar Jibrin Giri, has been declared winner of the Saturday chairmanship election in the area. The INEC returning officer for the election in the area, Ilyasu Umar, announced this at the INEC office on Sunday. Similarly, INEC has declared the incumbent chairman of the Kuje Area Council, Abdullahi Sabo, of the People's Democratic Party, winner of the February 12 council chairmanship election in the area, while the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Christopher Zaka, declared winner of the election in the Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC. The Saturday elections were held across the 68 wards and constituencies spread across Buari, Abaji, Gwagwalada, Kuje, Kwali, and Abuja Municipal Area Council, local councils of the FCT, while a total of 473 candidates sponsored by 14 political parties took part in the elections. Now, goods and property worth millions of naira have been destroyed in a midnight fire incident at Atakumosa Central Market, Ilesha, Osun State. Reports say that the fire outbreak started at the post office section of the market on Sunday morning. According to reports, personnel of the Federal and Osun State Fire Services made efforts to prevent the fire from spreading to other parts of the market, while a combined team of men and officers from ISO A and Ijamo B divisions of the Nigerian police were on ground to prevent looting during efforts to salvage goods and prevent the fire from spreading to other shops located in the market. Shop owners and sympathizers who thronged the market also made efforts to salvage some of their goods. Meanwhile, the cause of the fire is yet to be ascertained. However, most affected items were clothes in boutiques, food items, and provision shops located in the market. It will be recalled that the Osun State government had commissioned the new market after similar fire outbreak destroyed the old one some years back. Now, death toll from building collapse in Lagos State has risen to 4. A 3-story building under construction on Akambi Crescent in Yaba area of Lagos State collapsed on Saturday. Our correspondent reports that the building collapsed into a building beside it. The report.
As at the time of this report, a 16-year-old boy and another adult male have come out alive, while dead bodies of 2 construction workers have been recovered. There are indications that people are still trapped in the collapsed building. The building is near the main gate of University of Lagos. Meanwhile, heavy-duty equipment have been mobilized to the scene. An unconfirmed account has it that part of the building had collapsed last year, but the construction did not stop. For Trust TV.
National Drug Law Enforcement Agency NDLEA operatives have taken an Indian man, Vyagpak Nuttall, into custody for interrogation over the smuggling of 134,700 bottles of codeine syrup into the country through the land border between Nigeria and Niger Republic through Sokoto State. The agency spokesman Femi Babafemi, in a statement issued on Sunday, said the suspect had loaded the consignment into trucks in Cotonou, Benin Republic, and drove through the land borders via the Niger Republic before entering Sokoto State at Ilela border and settled in a hotel in Sokoto State to look for buyers for the controlled drug. In a related development, attempts by drug traffickers to export large quantities of heroin, methamphetamine, cat, tramadol and cannabis through the Murtala Muhammad International Airport, as well as 3 courier companies in Lagos, have been frustrated by narcotic officers who intercepted the illicit consignment.
Yeah, don't worry. Come, okay. Yeah, just that. Okay. Oh yeah, you give thanks. Stand like this. That's good. Until they do the proper plate.
Make them bring them out.
Oh, yeah, bring them out.
Yeah.
When they bring out now, are you counting the video?
No, let us keep bringing them out.
In a similar vein, security operatives have repelled an attack at Hayingada of Shika Ward in Giwa local government area of Kaduna State when bandits invaded the area on Friday night. Reports say that the attackers who arrived in small number were repelled by an already stationed security outfit in the area, killing one of the bandits during a gun battle while others to flee. Giwa local government area have continuously been terrorized by bandits in recent days who mostly flee to the area as a result of security bombardment in Zamfara and Katsina State. Shika Ward is also the seat of the ABU Teaching Hospital and National Animal Production Research Institute, housing many staff of both the institutes and ABU Zaria. Reports said that the security personnel also succeeded in rescuing a staff of National Animal Production Research Institute, Shika identified as Katung and his 2 children. Now, barely 2 days after some security officers were killed in Enugu State, another team of 4 policemen on stop-and-search duty at the outskirts of Enugu Metropolis have been shot dead by armed hoodlums. The state's police public relations officer, Daniel Ndukwe, confirmed the attack but did not give the number of casualties. Reports say that the latest incident happened around 3 p.m. on Saturday, February 12, at the Obiegu community along Amechi Oketu Agbani Town Road, leaving the road deserted until 7 p.m. The police spokesperson said operatives have been duly deployed and are on the trail of the unknown armed assailants. Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, has slammed the Canadian government and social media giant Twitter over the truckers' protest against COVID-19 restrictions in Canada. In a news briefing on Sunday, the minister said the Canadian protesters who have blockaded roads and resorted to inconveniencing others have been branded as terrorists or insurrectionists and subjected to a number of clampdowns by government and private organizations. He recalled that during the #EndSARS protest against police brutality and bad governance that took place in Nigeria in October 2020, the Canadian government condemned the actions taken to quell it, likening the #EndSARS protest to the truckers' protest in Canada, and accused Twitter and the West of double standards in the way they perceive the violent protesters in their region and those in Nigeria. Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike says his administration will not allow any acts of economic sabotage, such as crude oil theft, taking place in the state, even as opposition politician Wike made the assertion during a security meeting he had with heads of security agencies in the state and 5 local government chairmen at the Government House in Port Harcourt. The report.
Governor Wike said the war against illegal refining of crude oil is not about political party, but about Nigeria and its survival. He stated that it is also about ensuring that the health of Rivers people is not endangered.
The mere fact I'm in opposition does not mean that
have to sabotage the economy of a nation. Because this country belongs to all of us. And you know that oil is the major revenue for the federal government, or for the federation, that the 3/3 of government share from. So you cannot, because you're in a position, you close your eyes and allow that to happen. No responsible government does that. This is not about party. It's about Nigeria. It's about making sure that this country survives.
Governor Wike commended the security agencies and some chairmen of councils who have shown seriousness in the fight against operators of illegal crude oil refineries in the state. He, however, urged them not to rest on their oars because the fight is far from over, especially with such commitment to save Rivers people and all residents of the likely element suit courses.
Take this war very seriously, not only because it is against, it is a sabotage to the national economy, but also for the health of our people, which is for me is the key why we must fight against this sabotage. So let's take this war as a war that we must save our people and we must save the nation. So I commend you so far for the efforts, but we must redouble our efforts and not to give any chances to these armed robbers. They call bunkers. As far as I'm concerned, they're even worse than armed robbers.
Governor Wike explained that the list bearing the names of those selected to be part of the task force against illegal refining activities has been sent to the Department of State Services DSS for profiling. He urged the DSS to be dutiful and attend to it quickly so that those whose skill can be assigned their responsibilities. Governor Wike said he has approved the money that he pledged to councils that have identified and destroyed sites used for illegal crude oil refining, noting that only 5 local government areas have satisfied the conditions to get the funds.
You're watching Trust News Update, coming up after the break. Optimism of serial election loser. Stay with us. Details shortly. Thanks for staying. You're watching Trust News Update, and let's have another look at some of the top stories again. PDP wins 3 chairmanship seats. APC gets 2 from FCT Council's election. Plus, death toll from Lagos 3-story building collapse rises to 4. And in other news, Nigeria Center for Disease Control says 8 people tested positive for coronavirus on Saturday, which is the country's lowest single-day count since January 22nd, 2022, when the 29 cases were reported. The latest COVID-19 infections published in the agency's update for Saturday, February 12, 2022, confirmed that 1 person died of COVID-19 complications, bringing the death toll to 3,141, while 6 patients were discharged on Saturday after recovering from the infection, raising the country's total recovery figure to 230,323. The total of 253,978 coronavirus infections have now been confirmed across the country. Now, political crisis rocking Kano All Progressives Congress has taken another dimension as former Commissioner for Works and Infrastructural Development, Muazu Magaji, says achieving new Kano agenda in this democratic development of Nigeria is non-negotiable. Speaking exclusively to Trust Television few hours after his release from prison custody over allegation of defamation of character, Magaji said the time for Kano people to begin to see the benefit of democracy is now. He confirms that in the coming days, the manifesto of the Kano Sabwa agenda and win-win mantra will be unveiled in the commercial city of Kano.
It is very clear that we are in a political season. And it is very clear that politics will heat up. We understand that. What we believe sincerely is that we will sacrifice, we will commit ourselves, and we will rededicate ourselves with a strengthened resolve to fight for the emancipation of the ordinary people of Kano State and for democratization of our polity across Nigeria. The way to achieve this is simple. Open up the space, give younger generation the opportunity to participate in politics, and deploy the energy of young Nigerians to productive use. I believe sincerely that the way to go in the next transition is to refresh the polity. From 1998 to 2023 will be 25 years. And in 25 years, we have had leaders who have given us their best. But you see, their best is based on their ability and their time and their capacity to deliver. We are not judging them negatively. We are just saying that they do not have what Nigeria needs at this time to move forward, because it is evident the potential of this country remains untapped and the potential of young people are not being tapped.
A former presidential candidate who has been contesting elections since 1979, Umar Maizabura, says Nigerians should kick against zoning formula ahead of the 2023 general elections. The Maiduguri-based elder statesman said godfatherism, ballot snatching, political rivalry, among others, contributed to weakening democratic governance in the country. He said Nigerians should stand against zoning as it deprives people from democratic freedom and inclusiveness.
Election results will be announced that one has 1 million votes, usually written with pen, which is not honest. My party was delisted, but frankly speaking, if I had a godfather, I will become the president of this country, and nobody will challenge me. All regions should present their favorable candidates and let Nigerians decide who they want. That's democracy for you. Those who are suing for zoning are just businessmen because they are not popular and not accepted by the people. The money stolen from the people are used to buy the position they want. So I will advise, let Nigerians choose their leader.
Now, public post office or private companies no longer enjoy monopoly of business of delivery of parcels. Ibrahim Ismail reports that a mini post operates in Gombe Line Motor Park, sending parcels and delivering messages across Nigeria. The report.
This is how services are rendered at the popular postal stand in Gombe Line Motor Park, Gombe. The job of these people is sending and receiving parcels or correspondence across Nigeria and sometimes to neighboring Niger Republic. Babaji Maiwaya is the pioneer here. He started the business 15 years ago.
Idan ka zo ka muna da littafin mu da muke daukar record na kai da ka kawo. Za mu rubuta sunanka. We
keep records of anyone who brought a parcel, his name, destination, name of the driver, and date of delivery.
Saboda idan kai kasance ma ko da an je wancan da za a je ba a same shi ba,
Because even if the parcel receiver was not reachable, you can give another contact. We give you the driver's contact and our own. This is how we operate.
Sannan kuma za mu baka lamban waya da na direba da kuma namu. Haka dai muke daidai gwargwado.
Babaji had recorded successes over the years and has some boys working under him.
Sai dai godiya ga Allah dan yanzu haka ma karkashi na ma akwai akalla mutum ya kai 7 ko 8.
We thank God for the achievements. Now I have about 7 to 8 people under my supervision, including porters. You can see them here. Salis Usman is one of the workers here. He said he used to make and receive hundreds of phone calls daily.
Sai ce ya gode Allah saka da alkhairi. So wannan sakayyan shine nake ƙara jin daɗi a cikin wannan harka.
What inspired me about the job is how people appreciate our work. I receive about 200 phone calls daily, and when we receive parcels, we make more than 300 phone calls because a car brings 30 to 20 parcels and so on.
Ko haka a ciki wani zai kawo 30, wani 20, wani zai kawo 10, to haka dai da yawa.
We are here for collecting message and bring it to them because we are appreciating the service that they are doing. Always we are here being collecting message and giving them. That's all.
Ana kawo mana sako garuruwa da yawa.
We receive messages from many places and we also send from here. At Babaji's place, they are doing great job.
Ko kai iya abun da zaka yi haka yake mana a nan wajen.
Yanzu ma ga kaya na kawo daga Kano.
I just bring this parcel from Kano. I just arrived. We thank God. There is no business without challenges. If someone brings a parcel and you ask what is inside, he becomes angry. And if he comes to receive and you try to verify his contact, he becomes frustrated. Babaji and his team hope to see their business grow and believe that they can do better with support. From Gombe, Ibrahim Ismail reporting for Trust TV.
Department of Mass Communication, Bayero University, Kano, has produced thousands of journalists and media professionals in the last 40 years. At the 4th alumni anniversary, head of the department, Dr. Mainasara Kurfi, said most of the graduates are now media executives, impacting the industry positively at home and abroad. Trust TV correspondent reports.
Mass Communication Department of the Bayero University, Kano, has been in existence for over 40 years. And these students, lecturers, and members of the Alumni Association, including the Emir of Kano, Alhaji Amina Ado Bayero, are all here to be part of the reunion celebration.
This university happens to be the 3rd university in the whole country to have started a course in mass communication, following the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and the University of Lagos. And the department started in 1978. And we can see that this department is now in the 44th year of existence.
According to the Dean of the Faculty of Communication, Professor Nasser Malam, the department has over the years witnessed various transformations, including becoming one of the faculties of the Bayero University, Kano.
Successful alumni associations grow the reputation of their institution. That way also indirectly help in the sustenance of goodwill and funding sources for their institution.
Part of the achievement of the departments include the establishment of radio and television stations, provision of various practical equipment, as well as an increasing number of journalists graduating from the departments on an annual basis.
The Department of Mass Communication can boast of the best products, facilities, and teaching staff. Even though at the inception, the Department of Mass Com was broadcast and print oriented, but the global revolution in the communication and media sector had necessitated the broadening of our curriculum, which is tailored towards skills acquisition in new challenging areas such as marketing communication, health communication, political communication, and agricultural communication, and the emerging new media, among others.
Meanwhile, the Vice-Chancellor of the University, Professor Sagir Adamu, recalls the role of Mass Communication Department in moving the university forward, while assuring that the institution is always ready to support and sponsors any initiative of the department aimed at ensuring quality learning. The 2022 Mass Communication Alumni Anniversary is expected to be an annual event for all graduates of the departments in Bayero University, Kano. Idris Jibrin, Trust TV News, Kano.
And now on the foreign scene, 5 United Nations employees have been abducted by unknown armed men in southern Yemen while returning to Aden after a field mission. Spokesman for the top UN official in Yemen, Rosal Geki, said the staff were abducted on Friday in the Abayan Governorate. He said the United Nations is in close contact with the authorities to secure their release. Yemen's internationally recognized government, which is based in southern Yemen, said on Saturday it is working to safely free the workers with the UN Department of Security. Abductions are frequent in Yemen, where armed tribesmen and Al-Qaeda-linked armed fighters take hostages to swap for prisoners or cash. And in sports news, Israel Adesanya has defeated Robert Whittaker via unanimous decision at the hashtag UFC 271 to retain the middleweight crown. Adesanya and his arch-rival Whittaker clashed for the second time at the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas on Sunday morning. The clash between the two best middleweights in the UFC is the main event for the UFC 271 from Houston's Toyota Center. The fight is Adesanya's 4th title defense after wins against Yoel Romero, Paulo Costa and Marvin Vettori. Adesanya emerged victorious in their first fight at the Marvel Stadium in Melbourne, Australia in 2019 to claim the middleweight title, and he is confident of retaining the belt against a much improved Whittaker. With that, we've come to the end of Trust News Update. You can connect with us via our social media platforms, and also don't forget you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch us live. I am Ayuba Ilea. Bye for now.